Hello students, welcome to Oblique challenge number 1. In this challenge, you're going to open up that link and we are sketching these 4 objects in the oblique view shown. So you're sketching object 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to sketch it literally exactly the same way that you see it here. So make sure that you sketch it either on graph paper or using JS Paint. This video lesson is going to show you how to do it on JS Paint. But if you are more confident with drawing it on sketch paper by hand, that is more than fine, and usually how we would have done it if we were in school or in class. Or you're in class now and you want to do it on JS Paint or on graph paper. Either way, follow along so that you can see how these objects would be sketched in the oblique views shown. The assignment has 2 links. The first link is for JS Paint, which will open up the Paint software. The second link is for graph paper. So what you need to do is highlight it, copy link address, go back to JS Paint, and we're going to go to File, Load from URL. That little menu that pops up, you got to paste in the link you copied and click Load. And there you have your graph paper. So you're going to need to go back and forth between looking at the objects and JS Paint so that you can sketch them out. So I'm going to demonstrate object number 1, and what I do is I just count the units. So I count the units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know this is 4 and this is 6. So on JS Paint, I click on the line tool, click on the middle line, and in this upper left area is where I will draw object number 1. So I'm going to click and hold down on Shift, and I'm moving my line 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. Then I'm letting go, and I'm clicking, and I'm dragging my line 6 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know that's an L shape, and the cubes are 2 units tall. So I'm going to go ahead and draw vertical line 2 units up. Horizontal line 2 units to the right, 2 units down, and complete that front face. If I go back to that, I see that that's what that looks like. 2, 4, 6, 2, and on. Now what I need to do is sketch the tops here. Okay, they're 1 unit going backwards, and then this middle line right here is going 1, 2, 3. So let's go back here. I'm going to start with that one. So I'm going to click in the corner, 1, 2, 3, and then each one of these is 1 unit long. If you're sketching this on paper, it's going to be a really good idea to use a ruler for all of this. That way you can produce a really, really nice sketch. Now we have to draw the backs here. This is going over 1, 2, 3, about 3. All right. So let me sketch this vertical line. 1, 2. It's going to stop like around right there. Yeah. Sketch that line. Then from this corner, go down a little bit. It's not going down a whole unit. I'm holding Shift the whole time I'm sketching, by the way. So on your keyboard, you should be holding Shift when you're sketching on JS Paint. That way you get your diagonal lines and your horizontal and vertical line to be the correct angles. Okay, so that went up 1. Did I do that right? Almost right. That's fine. And then I need to go up about a half. Let's see. Oh no, the whole way. I'm going to press undo, that's Control Z. Just like that. Yeah. The scale isn't matching exactly, but I've drawn this so many times that it should all line up kind of perfectly. There we go. Then this is 1, 2, 3, 4 unit. This line right here is 4 units long, so that means that this line right here is going to be 4 units long. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm working a little bit backwards here. just like that. This is 2 units down. There it is. So there's object number 1. And what helps me out when I'm drawing these oblique sketches is I'm counting the units. I'm trying to match the angles of the diagonal lines. What's going to make this really pop and be a little bit more interesting to look at is if you click the paint tool, you can select the gray box for the color, and you can paint the front faces a light gray, and then maybe the right faces a darker gray, just like that. That'll make it look more 3D-ish. And then what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and click the text tool, draw a text box, make sure it's on this second option right here. And this is number 1, so I'm typing the number 1. I don't want it to be that color. I'm going to highlight it and make it black. Well, that's not working for me. I'm going to click undo. Edit, undo. Let's try again. Okay. 1. Highlight it. Actually, I want it to be bold and bigger. 1. There we go. If I want to move this around, I want to make sure that I hover over the outline of the box and click and drag. Oh, I want it to. It's got to look like a crosshair like that. Yeah, just like that. And there's number 1. I'm going to click off of it, and it's labeled. Okay. So then you're going to want to sketch 2, 3, and 4 using the same skills that you learned for number 1. Once you have those sketched out, it's going to be a little challenging. So if you get frustrated, just take a quick break, come back to it. Don't close this because you'll lose it. And also make sure that you name it, title it, give it a date, and it should be good to go. Once you're done, click Save As, save it to your computer, and attach it as a document. If you're doing this on graph paper, you'll need to do the same things. You'll need to title it, give it a name, date it, sign it, take a picture of it with your phone, and upload it to the assignment page. So that's Oblique Challenge number 1. Do your best to get that done. If you have questions, comments, or need help, please don't be shy. Reach out, and I will walk you through doing any of these. But for this video lesson, I'm only walking you through number 1 because I want to challenge you to try and create the other 3 on your own. That's why it's called a challenge. So that's the challenge. Let's get to it.